The Oklahoma Joe's Highland, the most popular offset smoker at Walmart and Home Depot right now, uses 12-gauge steel. That is 0.105 inches thick, roughly 2 stacked nickels, and that single measurement is the reason it warps after 3 cooks. Not an exaggeration, not a guess. That's material science. Here's what nobody at the store is going to tell you. This isn't a defect. This isn't one bad batch from the factory. Every offset smoker under $400 at every big box retailer in America shares the same structural problem. The steel is physically too thin to survive repeated exposure to fire. The companies that build them know it. They chose the price tag over the lifespan, and you're the one standing in the aisle paying for that decision. By the end of this video, you'll know the one spec that separates a smoker that falls apart in 3 seasons from one that outlasts you. And you'll know 3 American-made brands that actually got it right. Let's go. The Oklahoma Joe's Highland runs about $330 to $450 depending on where you buy it. 900 square inches of cooking space. Heavy-duty porcelain coated steel. And for a $300 offset, it is genuinely the best entry point. A lot of people who now own $3,000 smokers started on a Highland. That part is true. Here's the part they leave off the shelf tag. 12-gauge steel measures roughly 0.105 inches. When you light a fire in that firebox and push it to 275, the steel expands. When you let it cool, it contracts. 3 cooks, 5 cooks, 10 cooks and the firebox panels start to buckle. That's not you doing something wrong. That's thermal cycling on metal that doesn't have the mass to absorb it. The forums are loud about this. Firebox paint blisters and flakes on the very first burn. The 2 halves of the firebox bolt together instead of being welded, and owners report gaps wide enough to see daylight through. Air leaks at the doors, the chamber seam, and the stack. People end up spending $50 to $100 on gasket kits, RTV sealant, and toggle latches just to make it hold temperature. And even then, a 15-mile-per-hour wind turns it into a guess. Add up the smoker, the mods, the replacement parts, and the extra charcoal you burn fighting leaks. That $300 offset starts looking a lot closer to $500. Except now it's a $500 smoker held together with silicone and frustration. The Highland is a capable learner pit. It is not a 30-year tool, and it was never designed to be one. They chose the margin over the metal. And one of the most respected names in barbecue put it plainly: cheap offset smokers have turned more people off barbecue than any other type of smoker. One frustrating season, and they dump it on the curb and never come back. That's not the buyer's fault. That's a product designed to disappoint at a price designed to sell. Some of you are doing the math right now. The smoker, the gaskets, the RTV, the latches. You're at $500 for something that's still warping. That's why I built the Grill Buyer's Black Book. $19.99. Every brand rated on steel gauge and warranty, plus a flowchart to one specific model in 5 minutes. Scan the QR code on screen or hit the link in the description and pinned comment. So what's the actual difference between a $300 offset and a $3,000 one? It's not a bigger cooking chamber. It's not a fancier thermometer. It's not stainless grates. It's the wall thickness. 1/4-inch plate steel. 0.250 inches. Roughly 2.4 times thicker than 12 gauge. That single spec is the entire game. Everything else is a footnote. If you've made it this far, subscribe. We cover grills, smokers, and outdoor equipment every week, and the list doesn't get shorter. So here are the 3 brands that earned a spot. 3 out of every offset smoker you can buy in America right now. Not because the bar is impossible, but because 1/4-inch plate steel, American welding, and a company that doesn't answer to a private equity board, that combination is genuinely rare. Number 1. Yoder Smokers. Built in Hutchinson, Kansas, the loaded Wichita uses 1/4-inch steel plate. Fully welded, no-stitch welds around the doors. 591 pounds of American-made offset smoker. Here's what welders know that most people don't. 1/4-inch plate doesn't just resist warping, it acts as a heat battery. The thermal mass absorbs the energy from your fire and releases it evenly across the cooking chamber. Temperature swings drop from 40 or 50 degrees on a thin pit down to 10 or 15 on a Yoder. The trade-off is warm-up time. Expect about 45 minutes before that steel comes up to cooking temp. But once it's there, it stays there. The honest caveat, and I personally think this matters, their stock airflow design catches real criticism on the BBQ forums. The exhaust stack position and firebox intake can fight you in wind. Some owners extend the chimney and solve it. The steel and the welds are not in question. The draft geometry is debated. Approximately $2,800 to $3,000 through an authorized dealer. Not at Home Depot. Through a dealer. Number 2. Lone Star Smokers, out of Nahunta, Georgia, family owned since 1988. And here's where it gets interesting. Lang invented the reverse flow offset design. In a standard offset, heat enters one side and exits the other, creating a hot spot near the firebox that you're constantly chasing. The reverse flow sends heat under a sealed baffle plate to the far end of the chamber. Then it reverses back over the food toward the stack, which sits on the same side as the firebox. The result is the most even temperature distribution you'll get on a stick burner without a computer. The steel is 1/4-inch rolled plate, not 3/16. That's a common misconception the forums keep repeating. 1/4-inch, all welded. The 36-inch original patio starts around $3,000, factory pickup in Georgia. The caveat is logistics. You're buying direct from the family. Lead times exist. Shipping a 600+ pound smoker cross-country costs real money on top of the sticker. But people don't sell Langs. The used market is a ghost town because nobody lets them go. Number 3. Lone Star Grillz, out of Conroe, Texas. This is the aspirational pick, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise. 1/4-inch new wall pipe for the cook chamber. 14-gauge stainless wrap doors with high-temperature gaskets and oven slam latches. And an option most builders don't offer: an insulated firebox that wraps a 1/4-inch inner box in 2 inches of high heat insulation inside a second outer box. One independent review reported holding 250 on half a split of wood every 45 minutes. That kind of fuel efficiency is almost unheard of on a stick burner. The 24x48 offset runs approximately $4,300. The lead time is about 4 months with a 50% deposit. And the finished smoker weighs around 1,100 pounds, so you need a trailer or a forklift to move it. This is the buy once, cry once smoker. If you already know you love managing a fire and you want the last offset you'll ever own, this is where the forums point. Drop the one that surprised you most in the comments. I'll be in there. The gap between 12-gauge and 1/4-inch plate is the only thing you need to understand about offset smokers in America. The paint, the grates, the thermometer, the cooking area, all noise compared to the thickness of the steel. The cheapest offset that's actually worth keeping for 30 years is not cheap. That's not a marketing ploy. That's arithmetic. 1/4-inch plate costs more to source, more to weld, and more to ship. And it lasts 3 decades because of it. You spend differently now. You know what the steel is, you know what it costs, and you know which 3 names earned the right to charge for it. YouTube thinks you'll like one of these 2 videos next, so go ahead and click whichever one grabs you. And if you made it all the way to the end of this one, hit subscribe, because next week we're tearing into pellet grills, and the gap between what they promise and what they deliver is going to make this one look gentle.